Yesterday we talked about greatness and who's great, who's not great, and can you be giving yourself the title great and somebody had to give it to you? Well, you talked about Ali. You said maybe Ali's not one of the greatest or a great fighter. What are your thoughts on that, just so I can clarify that?
We was talking about defining greatness or what a great fighter is, and you know, it got very confusing about, are you a great, are you a legend, do you consider yourself greatness, and it all got a little bit boring and a bit overhyped. If I'm talking about Muhammad Ali, I'm not personally a Muhammad Ali fan, you know, but I'm not a lot of boxing fans. There's some great fighters. I'm a Roy Jones Jr. fan, Sugar Ray Leonard, big fan, Sugar Ray Robinson, unbelievable fighter, top level fighter. Guess what? I'm not a fan. You know, it wasn't my era. Chris Eubank, great boxer, I love him, love his demeanour, love his attitude, I'm a fan. Nigel Benn, I'm not a massive fan, but I like him. You know, I can go through the list. So when I say I'm not a Muhammad Ali fan, I'm not a big fan of Muhammad Ali. He's been beat a few times, he's won some great fights, he's been involved in some brilliant fights. He's obviously a great fighter. Muhammad Ali is a great fighter. Personally, I'm not a Muhammad Ali fan. That's it. It starts and ends there.
And that's okay. We're all entitled to our opinion. It doesn't matter, you know. But Muhammad Ali has definitely done some legendary things for the sport, though.
No, outside of boxing, Muhammad Ali is the greatest, and he's done some unbelievable things for the sport. You know, what he did in this time as a boxer, getting across to the public, and you know, the way he conducted himself, and you know, sometimes it was harsh. I think it was bad what he did to Smokey Joe, and you know, a couple of fighters he was disrespectful to. But that's all part and parcel of the journey, and that's why he became such a big name. You know, by conducting himself in the way in which he did. Some people like it, some people dislike it.
All that history stuff aside, I just want to give you guys both that time to clarify that, because sometimes the boxing fans won't get that chance to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff that happened with that.
No, definitely. I appreciate the opportunity to sort of set the record straight in that sense. But, you know, I don't feel like I should have to justify myself. I'm entitled to an opinion on what I feel in terms of fighting and boxing ability, who's good and who's not good or who's great. You know, there's legends out there, and obviously Muhammad Ali is a legend. He really is, and everybody knows that. You'd have to be ignorant and stupid to not realise that.
But you just don't like him?
When you're talking fighting, it's not I don't like him. I'm not a fan of his boxing. Okay. Of his actual boxing. You know, I like different styles of boxing, but there's a certain style I like. And Muhammad Ali's style, you know, sitting on the ropes, taking shots, tucking up, wearing his opponent down, which he does in a lot of his fights. I don't like that style of fighting. I like to see somebody like Roy Jones, speed, skill, or on the flip side of that, I like to see someone who goes into the trenches and has a real tough fight, slugging it out. You know, obviously for moments he's involved in that, but you know, it's not on the top of my list. He's certainly in my top 5. He's just not number 1. That's all.